Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Spirit, Muses, and Knowledge. My name is Tiffany and I'm going to be doing a reading for the last quarter of 2020. It will include the months of October, November, and December. And how I like to start my readings is with a few messages from the universe for you. These messages highlight what your universe sees for you, how they acknowledge what your experiences are, and there is a lot of advice given. So let's get started. I am going to be pulling those messages from the universe. Thank you. And thank you for joining me. I hope this message finds all you little Sagittarians well. We've got envy that jumped out. Got an envy card there. As the seasons change, we're coming up on the autumnal months. So as the seasons change, so do we. I'm going to ask that only the clearest messages come through for Sagittarius for the last quarter of 2020. Looking at October, November, and December. All right, let's get these cut for the last two cards here and see what we get. So we've got the garden and the gate. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that. And then we have also pulled the sixth chakra, which is the Archangel Metatron. It's a pretty powerful archangel right there, no doubt. All right, so it feels to me already that movement is going to be coming probably in the month of November. Perhaps a choice for you. And with that sixth chakra coming up, which is the third eye, that's the third eye enlightenment, higher enlightenment, and also higher messages, which kind of counteracts this envy card over here. We'll be pulling cards to clarify what that's about. But the one card that's really pulling to me is this sixth chakra. And it may be that you're either going to be moving into a very high intuitive time, and or calling in some higher guidance here to help move you through something or to help you with something. I mean, we have the garden and the gate right here. This is kind of like a travel card. It's kind of like your little energies, whatever it was that you have built for yourself, that beautiful garden. But once you walk through that gate, it's just an open field. It's like an open playing field, right? It could be a life transition. It could be, especially for Sagittarians, just to create something new for yourself. And you've got this big open plain to be able to do that and explore. And with Metatron here, it's going to be for your higher purpose more than planetary type of things. But once we pull the cards, we shall see. And how this layout is going to go, this first row will be October, November, and then December. So let's pull out the clarifying deck for this particular reading and see what we get for Sagittarius for the last quarter of the year. October, November, and December. Calling in only the most accurate messages for Team Sag. going to be coming up on your energies come the tail end of November and December, aren't we? So that's kind of nice, actually, as we move into the end of the year and into Sagittarian energy, that we've got the garden and the gate here and that 6th chakra of Metatron. I like seeing that. I'm really curious about this envy card here. I mean, it feels so misplaced compared to the other 2 messages here. All right, let's get these cut and see. And we'll give them another shuffle too before we pull them. So my guides, my little light allegiances, let's pull the most accurate messages. Thank you. Got one out. Looks like we got the King of Cups there. The King of Cups with his back turned. Maybe you're turning your back on a situation of some negative energy with this envy card up here. Perhaps, perhaps. Ooh, we just got a bunch of cards out. All right, let me get these out. We're gonna lay them out. No, that was the first one down. Got the King of Swords there. Ooh. Rising up. Rising up. We've got that and we've got that. All right. And the overall energy for the last quarter of the year is a Tower. So that's fantastic. Something's coming down, right? Something is coming down so you can build something new. I'm liking it. A lot of people fear the Tower card, but you know what? I don't. And the reason being is usually when the Tower shows up, and look on the top of the deck too, we've got the 8 of Swords right here. And the Strength right behind that, which is awesome. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, and the Death card. Yeah, my friends, you little Sagittarians are making some shifts, making some changes, unbinding yourself. You've got that Tower going on right there. Metatron with that higher chakra coming in. That's some great power right there. And it does, it's like from what I just saw with these major arcana cards over here and what you've got in this layout as well. It's like it already diminishes the energy of this envy card over here, which will clarify because we've got a couple of kings over here in October. So let's just jump over to October and start clarifying what these messages are over here. We've got the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and we've got the Lovers. So the feeling that I'm getting for the month of October is that you are being asked and you are being encouraged to take a look at a situation. It could have to do with elements of the heart, the energy of the heart. Could have to do with love. It could also have to do with inner love as well. You know, because we've got the King of Cups right here, but his back is turned, right? It's like he's currently not active with that cup of love, but it looks like that they have turned it inward. So for many of you, with this energy of envy, with the Lovers down here, it may very well be that you're being asked to go inside. Take a look inside. Give yourself that self-love. Because expecting it from the outside world or external energies may not have played out very well for you. We do have the King of Swords here, which is air energy. This could have to do with Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This could also be you standing in your power come mid-October, coming to some kind of conclusion, coming to some kind of truth with yourself when it comes to this partnership, if this is a partnership. And I'm going to pull a clarifying card on that King of Swords and also on this Lover's card, because I want to see if this has to do with inner work for you, or if there's currently someone that you're dealing with that's bringing in this envy energy. So let's clarify the King of Swords, please, for Sagittarius for mid-month October of 2020. I'm going to clarify this King of Swords. Why is this King of Swords on the board for Sagittarius? And we've got the Strength card. We've got the Four of Cups, and we've got the Page of Cups. All right, so the King of Swords, I mean, in and of itself, this is a very strong energy. I mean, nobody is getting by this energy. The sword is firmly planted in the ground. I have a feeling this has to do with inner work. I think whatever happened with these lovers, that is closing down, because the other side of the card is like a joining, right? It's like the beginning of love, and then the lovers kind of go off onto their little life escapade here. But I'm getting the feeling with the Envy card and with the King of Cups with his back turned, something happened that either ended a relationship, or if you're currently in a relationship, you're realizing that there might be some imbalances there, because somebody is refusing this offer right here and being pretty firm about it. And I have a feeling that this is you. Even though the offer is here with this Page of Cups, I mean, someone is offering you a Page of Cups, but it's a very young, fresh energy, and it may not quite be, it's like the intentions are good, but it's not quite what you want. And so you may turn that away, because come November, I mean, you've got three kings down here. I mean, you've got the King of Pentacles right here. The only one that's missing is the King of Wands on the board. So you've got a lot of really strong masculine energy, and this could be for a male or a female. It's not just for men, you know, because we both hold those feminine and masculine energies here. But I believe with this Garden and the Gate card, and especially with this Ace of Pentacles coming in, there's something very new, something very wonderful. And I have a feeling that whatever transpired in October, whatever's playing out here in October, you're feeling like it might not be good enough for you, because something new is coming in that looks very intriguing. And it could be business, you know, with that pentacle right there, a new business opportunity, and maybe that's what is pulling you away from this relationship right here. But again, you've got some envious type of energy, and you want something different than that. You want that garden, you want that clean slate, you want those open fields, You want those new possibilities. And with the King of Pentacles, you can see that the energy of this card, he's kind of looking out. He too is also looking out into an open field, into a new open field. It's like the abundance was built here. It's sitting behind his throne. So that's what this king already has. And it looks very fortuitous. I mean, we're moving into harvest season. And it looks like that's already been harvested. So this energy, possibly you, is looking for greener pastures, which once we reach the Six of Swords right here, you very well could be traveling on to do just that. Absolutely. So I'm actually going to clarify this Six of Swords, because you've got movement here. You know, even with the King of Cups, you know, you're looking out over the open waters. Here with the Lovers, looking out over the open plains. With the Garden in the Gate, that clean slate that's before this energy right here. Possibilities abound. And then you've got the King of Pentacles, who is also looking out. So your horizons are clear, and I'm not seeing any obstacles at all. Even with this Tower, I mean, all that means here is that a cycle has ended and you're leaping for it. You're ready for that change, even as drastic as it might seem. You know, this is like universal intervention type of thing. Maybe some of you have had trouble determining whether you want to move on, and so that Tower card comes in and literally gives you like that universal bump. I don't want to say it's like a kick in the ass that, you know, the rest of the cards down here. It looks like you're making those choices more than you are letting the universe make that happen for you. Whew, very nice. Very nice, yeah. Yeah, you know what's before you, Sagittarius. You've got the Ten of Pentacles down here. You've got the Ace of Wands down here. And you've got the Two of Swords, which may be a little bit of hesitation. So trust in what you're doing, because you've got such powerful cards right here. You know, it's like you may have a tendency to go into this energy at times, questioning yourself, doubting yourself, feeling like you're bound to and restricted from movement. But man, you're not. You're absolutely not. You've got the Ten of Pentacles here, total wish fulfillment. Again, an ending of a cycle. You have plenty. You have everything that you need for whatever change that you want to make. You've got this offer from your universe. And you know what I love about the Ace of Cups? It's like all these little droplets that seem to be coming out of the cup. Those are actually called yods. And yod is the first letter of God's name in Hebrew. And so this is an offer from your universe. It's a promise. It's a promise of support for whatever you choose to do when you're traveling. It's going to be very abundant for you, and probably not just in money, but spiritually and emotionally as well. That is fantastic. I love seeing that. So if you have any kind of hesitation, and maybe, you know, these are just a couple of details that keep you tied, but, you know, take your little blindfold off if you have one on and realize that whatever restrictions that you have, because as we enter December, you're kind of all in your head at the beginning of December. It's like this person too is looking out, but unlike the other cards where there is an open field or an open plain or a clear ocean in front of you, it's like at the beginning of December, you allow yourself to get in your head and get a little bit trapped. You may be doubting yourself, like, oh my God, is what I'm thinking, is what I'm feeling, is that right? But again, you know, use your intuition. Metatron is all about intuition, higher knowing. And Saggies, you guys are extremely intuitive. You know, allow yourself and trust yourself to fall into what your dreams are and what your desires are, because you guys are master manifestors. I don't know too many Sagittarians that don't get what they want when they go after it. And it looks like you're going after something. Look, I mean, she's holding the cup. I just saw that. She's holding the cup right here. So once you accept it, you know, there's no reason to move into this Nine of Swords energy and start doubting it. Don't do that. That isn't going to serve you very well. I mean, you know, you have free will, of course, but nothing else in this spread is telling me that this is warranted, unless there's a couple of places that still need healing and contemplation. But I mean, the Nine of Swords, that's some pretty heavy healing and deep contemplation there. You know, clear it out. And it looks like you do, you know, because you've got the Page of Wands right here, fire energy. This is your energy right here. A phoenix out of the flame, baby. And taking those steps forward, right? Because even this page is traveling on to open plains right here. And then you've got the Ace of Swords. At the end of this reading, at the end of December, going into next year, you're like gung-ho. You're going to be cutting through a bunch of things for yourself. And you've got the power of your universe to do it. You have the support of the universe behind you to make this change and travel on. And the ending of a cycle. And how more appropriate as we come to the end of the year, the last quarter of the year, to just allow a crash and burn of things that don't work for you, that don't support you. Whatever envious energy that's over here, let that tower bring that down. Trust your universe that they know that whatever energy is over here, that has to go. It has to absolutely go. It doesn't serve you. All right, I'm going to pull a couple of more cards from your universe. So my guides, what messages do you have for Sagittarius for the last quarter of the year? For October, November, and December of 2020. Messages for Saggy. Saggy. Nice. We have living light energy. See the beauty in life. And, you know, I just want to say right here, look at the similarities of these two cards. I mean, that is just bursting with universal light. Sag, you are like so supported by your universe. You've got so much backing to you. See the beauty in life. Which, you know what, for Sagittarians overall, that is really easy for y'all to do. You can get into your Nine of Swords energy, but you know, you much rather be looking at the beauty of life. And then the other card here is Spirit Messages. Observe limitations. I have a feeling that this is a message that goes along with this Two of Swords right here and this Nine of Swords energy. But I can tell you right now, it's self-limiting beliefs. It's like observing the limitations. The limitations are in your mind because sky's the limit for you. You've got so much open playing field right here before you, which can be scary, you know. It's like when we look at this card, this open field card, nothing is built. So it kind of calls you and demands for you to create it, right? And that can be kind of scary because we're used to our environment and we're used to other people. Sometimes, this is what I'm getting, other people creating our life for us instead of us making the move to create life for ourselves. And that's the opportunity that's in front of you. Excuse me. All right, and I'm gonna pull a few cards from the Secret Garden deck. I love this deck. It's like the messages are always on point. Always on point. Yeah, look at that, a confirmation of that beauty. Beauty, dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. So vulnerability at its best, right? When you are the one choosing to be vulnerable instead of being put in a vulnerable position. That's the difference of vulnerability. That's the difference of having life happen to you instead of making the choice, right? Because this is a card of choice. Choosing to make life happen for you. All right, what else do we have? We have surprises. Venture down the rabbit hole. Woohoo! That's nice. And you do have a couple surprises going. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here. You've got the Ace of Swords here. So good for you. Who doesn't like a good surprise, right? And then we've got weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. Amen to that, brothers and sisters, Sagittarians. Absolutely. Stand your ground, right? You've got this King of Swords over here. You've got the Ace of Swords over here. Stand your ground. All right, well, that does it for the last quarter, my Sagittarians. I really hope that you found this reading helpful. And if you resonated with any part of it, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel and share this message with other Sagittarian energies. And I want to let you know that the divinity in me absolutely honors and acknowledges the divinity in you.